Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the Thursday, the 26th of March and Friday, the 27th of March, 2020. Typically, we do not do a separate market preview for Fridays. I doubt we will tomorrow night, but you never know with everything the way it's going on. We'll see if something crazy happens tomorrow. We might. As of right now, the market has bounced 2 days in a row. One day hard off the bottom with a big gap up on Tuesday, and then another up day on Wednesday. Although we certainly settled back. I mean, it depends on what you count us up. Obviously, the S&P cash was up, but the Nasdaq today was down. So it's a mixed bag from that perspective. We'll look at all the daily charts and see what we get. In the meantime, here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. I mean, whatever bounce you think you've had, it really pales in comparison to the big sell-off we've had, obviously. So let's look at everything else. Crude oil back down to 38 cents at 24.11. Really not going anywhere. I mean, this is unbelievable on crude oil. Just too much production and no use at this point. Gold down at $9.30 after coming near the highs. The S&P cash index gains 28.23. Nasdaq 100 down 84.20. So that's actually down. Remember, that was up big the other day. So was the. So, anyways, point being, it failed on the. It failed the bounce that it got way higher intraday. Failed that and came back down. The SOX down 19.26. So it's negative for the day. The biotech's down 32.03. Let's look at that. So this has been down. Now, we're talking. Here's the thing: the bulk of the damage on a lot of these was done, 2 weeks ago or more, and we've been sitting down here. The real issue is if we break the lows. If we break these recent lows, then we're going to be in some trouble. Right now, the market's holding up because everybody's expecting the stimulus package to pass in one form or another. But at the end of the day, what if the stimulus isn't enough? Then we're going to have a sell of the news type of event, and that's kind of what I'm expecting. The Russell 2000 up 13.81, the VIX up 2.28. The VIX being up these 2 days while the market was up is very interesting. It does not bode well, by the way, for the stock market. Trend closes at 1.07. That puts the 10-day moving average, because a big number dropped off, back at 0.84. That is a sell signal once again on the broad market, just so we're clear. NASDAQ volume 4.6 billion shares, better than the last 2 days. Keep in mind, though, the NASDAQ was negative. The advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ was positive, plus 1,062. On the New York, positive, plus 1786. Google loses 28.39. Apple down $1.36. Netflix loses 14.93. Amazon down 54.26. Tesla gains 34.25, so Tesla's still rising. Facebook lost 4.77, still down back under that moving, almost under the moving average. Goldman Sachs up $1.53. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 37 cents. And the Dow up another 400, basically 500 points. Decent bounce off the Dow, but again, goes from almost 30,000 back down to 18,000, back to 21,000. That's a mediocre bounce at best, obviously, so far. In terms of the intraday action, so here's the last 2 days, really, and this is the important part. Huge gap up Tuesday, so it's untradeable. Wasn't very interesting intraday. Wednesday, we opened flat, tried to go higher for 10 minutes, then sold back off, then came back up. Broke out over lunchtime, which is really weird, and started to rise. The high of the day gets a 13 sell signal on the ES on the 5-minute candle, and then that pink risk line from that 13 sell signal contains us. And then we sold off late on some news that some senators might not be ready to sign the deal, which, you got to get this deal right. And it's very important. We're about to spend $6 trillion of your kids' money. It should be tracked. It should be accounted for. There should be a lot of things attached to it to make sure that businesses don't just take this money and print it out for the purpose of buying back their stock or printing dividends or anything like that. This money should go to people, because that's who's suffering in all this. So hopefully they get this right and everything will at least be okay. I 100% believe that there's going to be a need for more bills and more money. But at least for this first one, that's a major one, you got to get this right. I mean, people are hurting here now, and it's only going to get worse as the next couple of weeks unfold, unless you're not understanding basic science. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry. We still have Thursday, initial and continuing jobless claims, GDP, goods trade balance, and preliminary wholesale inventories an hour before the bell. Obviously, whatever the market expects in terms of those initial jobless claims numbers don't really matter, because they're probably going to exceed them. Natty gas at 10:30, and then on Friday, an hour before the bell, Course PC, price index, personal income and spending, 30 minutes in, University of Michigan sentiment. Have a great rest of your week.